2025, and we are at Dimmingsdale. So I've just panned the camera around. Behind me there is the bridge we're going to be walking across, which takes you to the railway station, and also the chained oak is up here as well. So I'll pan the camera around now and you'll be able to see the River Churnet, which runs all the way from Uttoxeter all the way up to Leek. So I'll pan the camera around now. It's taken me about 20 minutes to get here. So if I just pan the camera around, I'll show you the River Churnet. So here we have the River Churnet, look, right there. So it's flowing really calmly today. It's about 9 degrees, there's a bit of a breeze, but it's sunny. So we're going to continue up here over this first bridge. And that's the other side over there. So we'll carry on up here, because the railway bridge is the next bridge. Because that's the railway to Denston and, of course, Oakermore. And there are some steps on the left-hand side where you can walk down onto where the tracks used to be. It will certainly take you back in time when we get to the station. It is quite warm in the sun, actually, so we'll proceed up here. So any that are joining, please subscribe at Smith25 to my channel. This is the first of my live streams at Dimmingsdale in Staffordshire. So you've got a good view of some rocks just there. And then there's the path just down there, look, which was the railway. Then there's a bit of a brook there. And it proceeds all the way down that way. So if we go on top of this bridge, it'll give you some idea of where we're going to be heading. A lot of horses also use this track. So just down there, look at the bottom, is the railway. Okay, that's where the railway was running. All the way up there, which of course takes you to the Alton station, which we're going to go down in a bit. This path round here takes you to the chained oak, which we're going to go to as well. That takes you back to the car park and the Ramblers. So we're going to head up there, obviously, for our second part of our trip. So that's the old railway track there down to Oakermore. So we'll proceed up here. Yeah, this takes you to the chained oak. So that's the railway track just there, look, running alongside. That's where it was. It's just so peaceful. Absolutely love it. So hello to those that have just joined. We're in Dimmingsdale in Staffordshire. I'm just heading towards the chained oak. So there's the old railway bridge, just there. And then the old track that used to run through here, that goes all the way to Denston and Uttoxeter eventually. You obviously can't walk all the way to Uttoxeter, but you can walk to Denston, which is 4 miles that way. And it can take you 2 hours depending on how fast you go. It's 4 miles, and if you walk at 2 miles an hour, then yeah, it takes 2 hours. Well, I've done this complete track all the way here, and then gone all the way up into Dimmingsdale, and gone round the top. It's taken 6 hours in total to do the complete circuit, because it's 2 miles from Denston to here and back again. So that's 4 miles. And then you got another 2 or 3 to basically walk the rest of Dimmingsdale. So it's a good 6 hours. You need basically either a full day or half a day to do it. We will go down there shortly to go and do the Alton station. But I just wanted to show you where the chained oak is. And obviously there's a few walkers about as well. So we're going to head up to the chained oak, and I will show you it and give you the story about it. So anyway, please subscribe at Smith25 if you're not already subscribed. So this path now takes us to the chained oak. I won't tell the story till we get there. So we've probably got another 5 or 6 minute walk up to the chained oak. But it's definitely a lot drier than when I was here back in January. And it's a lot warmer than when I was back here in January. It's just so relaxing and peaceful around here. I don't know where that path goes. I'm not even going to attempt it. This is the path up here to the chained oak. And we will also meet other wildlife here, because generally you encounter squirrels. There's a lot of squirrels in this place, so it's nice to see them. You also get horse riders using these paths as well, because this path just brings you out onto the main road, and then you basically just cross over and it takes you over to Alton Towers. But anyway, so we'll proceed up here now. What a fantastic afternoon to be out though. As I said in my video in the car earlier on, this is my last series until the cruise, which is very close now. So I'll obviously give some updates on that. I'll also give some updates on the last week's activity on YouTube, because I've had the analytics come through, which is how the channel has done in the last 7 days. And it's done pretty well. And that's thanks to you guys out there that are supporting it. So those people are going down that path at the moment to the railway track. We'll go down there shortly. But it's really glorious here at the moment. So we're very close to where the chained oak is now. So please be prepared to see it. And leave your comments in the chat below. Just fantastic. So we're back. We'll now proceed to the chained oak. Because those other people down there might not know this exists up here. So unless you know the area and you know the path to take, you won't know what you're going to see. But obviously I know about the chained oak because I come here quite often. We've got a nice water feature there coming down the slope. Nice trickling brook. And of course we've got little birdies in there, up there. But we do get squirrels. So I may see one later on in the footage. Well, I won't proceed up the path to the top because I just want to show you the chained oak. We're nearly there now, so I hope you enjoy seeing it. Okay, so we're now about to approach the chained oak. So here we have the steps, just here, that go up to the chained oak. So the chained oak is literally just there in front of you. So there's the chained oak. And obviously, if you zoom up, you can see the chain on the branch just there. Look, there's the chain. There's another one at the top of the tree. And then there's one hanging down just across there. Look, you can see it there. There it is, with a noose at the bottom of it. Obviously, if you come back down, you can see the chain where it starts there. And obviously it comes back down over that branch. So you've got the steps going up to the chained oak here. So I can get a good shot of it from over here. So there's the chained oak. So you can go up those steps there, and obviously you can go around the back of it and obviously sit on the rock and obviously pick that chain up, which is quite heavy. So I don't know if I show you a panoramic of where I've come from. You come up this path here from the Ramblers, and then obviously pan the camera back round. You've got the chained oak again, just there. And then you go up this path here, which takes you to Alton Towers. Brings you out on the main road. So there's the chained oak in Dimmingsdale in Staffordshire. So if you've ever been to Alton Towers, which is literally a stone's throw from where I'm stood, you can go on a ride there called Hex. Now apparently that ride is not going to open until April of this year, as I saw on somebody else's YouTube channel and also on their Facebook group, that Hex is not going to open until April this year. The park opens this Saturday, which is the 15th of March. So you've got about a month before Hex opens up to the public. So they're obviously still doing some work on it. But when you go on Hex, it basically tells the story of this tree, which of course is the chained oak. And it's one of the oldest trees in the UK. It's not the oldest tree in the UK. I'm not sure what the oldest one is. I know there's one in Sherwood Forest that's probably a lot older. But this is one of the oldest trees in the UK. And of course it's famous for the fact it's got the chains round it. Because you may be wondering, why is the tree chained up? Well, there is a reason for that. When you go on the ride of Hex, it tells the story of an earl who lived at Alton Towers, the Earl of Shrewsbury, or Shrewsbury, however you want to pronounce it. And he was going back to Alton Towers on his horse and cart, and he encountered an old beggar woman who basically was like a witch, basically. And she put a curse on the Earl's family. And the curse was that every time a branch on this tree fell off, a member of his family would pass away. They would die in mysterious circumstances. So the Earl decided to chain the tree up, which is what you can see now on the tree, to prevent a death of the family. And I believe from the story, if you go on Wikipedia, and I will put the link in the description down below so you can read it, and there are other websites that say this as well, if you check it out, I will put the links on. So I'm going to try and be as accurate as possible. But that when the Earl chained the tree up, a branch still fell, and a member of the family did die. So whether it was to do with the fact that it was chained or not, it didn't make any difference. But read the story anyway. It's only a brief story, but just read it on Wikipedia, and I'm sure you'll find it fascinating. But we're going to go up the steps now, and obviously have a feel of the weight of the chains, because they are quite heavy. So we'll go up the steps now. And there isn't a handrail, so you've got to be very careful, because they're very small steps. But the chains are very heavy. So if I go up to this chain here, that is rather heavy. That is thicker than a normal chain that you would use today. And it's obviously been put on top. Pan the camera up, you can see how long the chain is. You can see how long the chain is, look. And it goes all the way down the side of the tree just there. Pan the camera up. It's a really old tree, and it kind of reminds you of a film. Maybe Sleepy Hollow, where the headless horseman comes out of the tree. But anyway, that's movies. But there's another chain just there, look, and you can see the noose on it. So this is basically the chained oak. So it's really old tree, and you can sit on here. But this chain is really thick, isn't it? But there's one at the top as well up there. Massive, isn't it? There's another chain at the back as well. I'm going to get back down now. Hello. You'll have to go on Hex at Alton Towers.
Sorry?
You'll have to go on Hex, the ride at Alton Towers, because that tells the story what you've just said.
Just telling her, yeah.
It opens in April, apparently.
It's the same as at Easter, doesn't it?
Alton Towers opens this Saturday, because apparently you can hear the rides at the moment, because they're testing the rides out. But it opens this Saturday, but Hex doesn't open till April. But when you go on there before...
Done it then?
I've done Hex, yeah. Well, I live locally anyway.
Have you done Hex?
I think they've refurbished it, yeah.
Yeah, I have been on it years ago, but I haven't been for a long time, so...
But it tells the story of this tree. So yeah, so when you go on the ride, before you go into the main ride, it tells you the story of the chained oak, which is what you just said about the woman that put the curse.
She was a witch, wasn't she, or something?
Yeah, it's to do with the Earl of Shrewsbury.
It's not brilliant, but I think I can remember
It's to do with the Earl of Shrewsbury, yeah, put a curse on him and said that basically every time a branch fell, a member of his family died. So he chained it up, but apparently a branch still fell and a member of his family still died, even though he chained it up. But if you go on Wikipedia, it's on there.
Yeah.
So I've just explained that on my stream here on YouTube. So but yeah, there's You can go up the steps and go and pick the chain up. It's quite heavy. But yeah, that takes you up to Alton Towers up there. See.
Yeah, because that takes you to the old entrance. To the
There's also the Chained Oak Hotel up there, like a bed and breakfast up there.
So what's happened to that now? Is that reopened?
I'm not sure, 'cause I've not been up there for a long time.
Because when I came up last time, it wasn't open.
Might not be then. But that's the Chained Oak bed and breakfast anyway. And then this is obviously the tree. Have you been down to Alton Station?
No, we haven't gone. That's Abby's first time.
Oh, okay.
I've been quite a few times.
And me.
You can walk down to Denston, can't
You can walk to Denston, it'll take 2 hours. Yeah, but Alton Station is halfway down. So when you walk, you've got the platforms, because apparently those buildings are open to the public sometimes.
Oh, because I thought it was a private residence now.
I thought that until I read it last night.
Oh,
But it's open occasionally to the public, the buildings. But when you walk along the track, it's like going back in time.
yeah.
Because then the other way takes you to
Actually,
Oakenmore.
not that far. We just said we're going to go have a brew.
It's about 10 minutes walk down to the station.
Oh,
And then Oakenmore's the other way, because it's all part of the Churnick Valley.
that's where we parked Oakenmore.
Oakenmore, okay, I parked at the Ramblers here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy your day anyway.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going back down there myself now. So we'll end this stream and do another one in a minute.